Grab a piece of paper, grab a pen, because your favorite prof is here and class is officially in session. Okay, bestie, I heard you are trying to move on from someone and you're struggling, so I put together some tips, things that really genuinely helped me move on from my last breakup. And I think these would help you guys too, so let's jump right into it. I'm not here to waste your time. Tip number one is to stop trying to win the breakup. It's not a competition to see who's moved on faster, who looks hotter, who's doing X, Y, Z. If you keep focusing on all of those things, you're actually not moving on at all. You're making it about them, and it's not about them. It's all about you. You're on your own journey. You are on your own path. There is quite literally no time. There is no rush. So detach yourself. That's the real win. That is how you're gonna move on a little faster. Tip number two is to stop chasing closure. Closure does not exist. No one will ever be able to sit there and tell you exactly what you need to hear. You need to give that closure to yourself. The disrespect you tolerated, that was the closure. And I want you to remember that every single time you're trying to seek closure, they showed you who they are. Sitting down, discussing it, going through the itty bitty details isn't gonna get you anywhere, and it's definitely not gonna help you move on. Tip number three is to switch your perspective of how you view the breakup. You didn't lose them, you actually outgrew them. You didn't completely lose this part of yourself. You're actually turning into this beautiful version of yourself. So rewire how you're viewing the breakup. You are now entering a completely different era, and what wasn't serving you left. And you were begging for this. You want the best version of yourself to come out. You need to get rid of the garbage that's holding you back. Tip number phone is detox your fantasies, not just your phone. You've put this person on a pedestal and you're having a hard time moving on because they're on this pedestal. View them for what they are. Get them off that pedestal. Stop daydreaming about them. Really see them for face value. And once you start reminding yourself of all the horrible things you had to go through, all the things they put you through, all the disrespect you tolerated, you're not going to want to romanticize them anymore because your logical brain is going to kick in. Tip number five is to make your sadness productive. Instead of sitting there and trying so hard to get over them, why don't you sit there with yourself and understand why that version of you chose them? Were you lonely? Were you insecure? Were you looking for validation? I think that is a lot more productive rather than sitting there and being sad. You're doing something for your future self. And once you start to recognize those patterns, you're not going to want to get into a relationship with someone that you feel like you're just settling for the sake of settling for. When you sit with yourself and you understand why that version of you chose them, it actually does help you move on. It might not feel like that initially because you're probably gonna feel like shit about yourself. But if you start to realize, like, maybe I'm not moving on because I'm lonely and I just want constant validation and constant attention, that's gonna help you realize that that's all it is. It's not actually about the person. It's more so you needing to do the work with yourself. Tip number 7 is to sit with the urge instead of acting on the urge. In order to really move on from someone, checking their story, checking to see who they follow, none of those things are going to help you. You're just putting yourself through this toxic cycle that's making you anxious again and again and again and again. So I want you to sit with it. Whenever you do feel like that, recognize that it's okay to miss someone. It's okay to want to know what someone's doing, but it's not okay to text them. It's not okay to call them. Sit with those feelings. You have an emotional addiction to this person, and that's why you feel the need to check in on them. When you sit in that feeling, that discomfort that you're feeling is withdrawal from the emotional addiction you have with them of always wanting to know what they're doing and all that sort of stuff. So you don't really need to necessarily fix it, but you do need to learn how to sit with it and how to let them live their life without you constantly wanting to know what they're up to. That's how you really move on and detach yourself from someone. If you are constantly checking what they're doing, you are still very much so attached. And lastly, you guys are not gonna like this, but I'm gonna keep it real with you. Let the breakup humble you. Instead of sitting there and wondering, why is this happening to me? I always get the worst type of people. why don't you actually sit there and realize, like, hey, I'm clearly doing something that is attracting the same type of people and the same type of lessons again and again and again. And what do I need to do for myself to make sure I'm not attracting people like this that clearly don't serve me, that clearly don't align with me? Because moving on isn't about forgetting someone, it's more so about becoming someone who would never settle for that sort of behavior again. You're not just trying to move on from someone completely. I want you to completely move on from those type of situations. You are turning into a better person, so let go of whatever it is in the past that's holding you from that. You're not gonna unlock this amazing version of yourself if you're carrying dead weight along with you. I know you're hurting, I understand the pain, I know it takes time, so be kind to yourself. It is a journey, it is a process, there is no timeline. Sometimes things will still trigger you 2 years out, and that's okay. Learn to sit in those feelings. Not everything deserves a reaction. Let things pass. Over time, time does heal, but you can't expect time to heal if you're not willing to put the work in. So hopefully these tips were helpful. Let me know if you'd like to see more videos like this. Let me know if you would like to see a part 2. Feel free to leave a comment. I will definitely be responding. And don't forget to like this video and subscribe to me. I also post content on other social media channels, so feel free to check it out. Thank you for being here. I love you guys so much. I'm sending you so much love, so much light. And I know you're gonna get through this because I've gone through this. And if I've gone through it, I know you're capable of also getting through it. We are in this together. Bye, guys.